This is Jackie. I'm here with your all-access interview with Young Guns here at day one of Ohio's Rock on the Range Festival. What were some rock bands you grew up listening to?
Oh, God, loads. Like, I have, like, an older brother and sister, so, like, when I was, like, 7 or something, I was listening to, like, Nirvana and, like, Green Day and Metallica and everything, like... So I guess for me, they were the kind of formative, like, bands that I grew up listening to.
Yeah, I think I kind of grew up on a lot of, like, classic rock, like AC/DC, Deep Purple, that kind of stuff, but... Even Slipknot were playing tonight. That was the first hoodie I ever owned. You know, as a kid, getting a Slipknot hoodie as a 13-year-old walking around thinking I was cool, which I was. Double XL always. So yeah, I mean, like being able to do these festivals with a band like Slipknot is pretty cool.
Yeah, I guess growing up quite similar to these guys. I guess I think Bon Jovi, Crossroads was my first album. Them like Aerosmith, Nirvana, Green Day, Offspring. You know, those kind of bands, yeah, they're the bands that we grew up listening to, and then, yeah, definitely as we were kids.
Well, good. You have good taste in music. That's good. That's good.
Don't ask us what we listen to now. So.
I won't. All right, I won't. You guys have played countless festivals, especially in the UK, Download Fest and the Reading Festival. How does that prepare you for playing over here in the States at Rock on the Range?
I guess out of all the festivals we have, like Download is probably the most similar. It's like a 3-day thing with just all rock bands, like... And I don't know, we've actually played every single size stage at Download over the years.
5 times or something?
So we're pretty well practiced in playing.
It's good preparation, you know. When you play like Download and we played Sonosphere, which is quite a similar kind of festival. We've played those kind of stages. So I guess naturally you kind of get used to the crowds and everything. But I think, really, at the end of it, we just treat every show exactly the same. So
yeah, and the fact that we have played this festival a couple of years ago as well, it always helps. And things that was, at the time, the best festival we had done in the States, I think. And show was great. Everything around it, like the backstage, the lounge where you get to drink lots, all great.
That's an important thing.
It is. And there was a lot of expectation on today, you know, but I hope it lives up to it, and it did and more. Like, it was a great show. So
we're already drunk, so it's great.
Yeah, it's a good sign.
So the lounge did its job. Excellent. How has your guys' sound evolved from All Our Kings Are Dead to your upcoming Ones and Zeros?
Well, I guess, naturally, we recorded and wrote All Our Kings Are Dead, 6 years ago or something. So, of course, our tastes are going to change. I think each album is kind of representative of, what we're listening to or what we're influenced by at the moment. So, I guess, and apart from anything else, I think we're more practiced in, writing songs, being in the studio, knowing what we want. I think we're more confident in, pushing our ideas forward, and I think that kind of shows in our latest album compared to the last ones.
Yeah, I think it does, and we've had some experience working with different producers and a bunch of different methods that have made us learn a lot more about songwriting. And I think from, we used to be one of those bands that would kitchen sink everything and everything be just a wall of noise, and being able to sort of less is more and simplifying things and working a lot more on grooves and stuff. And with this record, I think it really shows that. So I definitely like to think we've evolved nicely.
We just love the songs, don't we? We just love the new songs, and we loved the songs when we were recording Bones. You know, as long as you love the songs at the time, hopefully everyone else will love them as well. So.
Yeah.
And right now, Ones and Zeros is available for pre-order, so get on that pre-order. What are some benefits of offering a pre-order to your fans?
Well, what we do is kind of since we put the pre-order up, I think pretty much every month or so we've given them a song early. So it's kind of and we've given them some B-sides and things. So it's kind of, it's good for the fans, I guess, because they get it the minute it comes out. The second it turns midnight on the 9th, it will start downloading. So, I mean, that's good. And for us, it's just good to see how many people are going to buy your album, even though it hasn't even come out yet, that's great.
And this day and age, there's so much competition, there's so many bands releasing albums, and people can, you watch a band, you think they're good, their album's not come out for a couple of months, you kind of, all right, I'll get it then. By that point, you might have forgotten, pre-order, you get it now, and then, oh yeah, nice. So little things like that help.
Definitely a perk. So what song off the upcoming album do you think best represents your sound now? Or, if not, is your, pocket, quiet little favorite?
Okay, I'll go for one that represents us now. I'll probably pick the song Rising Up. It's the first song on the record, and it's just got a big, quite a heavy riff, but it's quite stripped down. I think it's got a slight element of heavy rock, but almost kind of like poppy and a little bit hip hoppy, I guess. So like, and I really like that kind of thing. So that'd be mine.
It's quite hard to say because like the album has actually got there's songs that are quite different to each other. Like we like to kind of we don't have a sound that's very like constant throughout the thing throughout the whole album, you know. So you know, there's some songs that sound like Rising Up and that kind of vibe, and there's some songs that we've kind of brought it down a little. But I guess if I'm picking a song, I'd say I'll probably say I Want Out, because that's kind of like it's got the I guess we're kind of concentrated on like the kind of rhythm more on this album. Like we've really kind of like simplified or just kind of like brought a few things back, and it's melodic and it's kind of like a bit like old Young Guns as well as like, you know, the kind of new stuff that we're trying to do now. So
cool. And before you speak, I think you're going to say Lullaby for the small kind of, you know, because that's what I'm guessing.
What's small? Well, that's like my personal favourite, but I mean, I think what you guys said about I Want Out, I think is like the perfect bridging point between our last record and our new one. And Rising Up's kind of pushing it a little bit further. But I mean, Lullaby is probably like the slowest song on the record, so it's kind of like, and I guess it's a little less instant, but I think it's one of those songs that you could like will be a grower, and it'll have more impact in the long run, you know.
Yeah, well, he wrote most of that, so that's why he's saying it. But no, it's probably my favourite song of the album as well. So
That's fair. That's fair.
my favourite song as well.
Aww. Well, what's up next for you guys after Rock on the Range?
Well, at the moment, we're still on tour with Breaking Benjamin. We've got a couple of weeks left. We're doing a few more festivals. We're out with Blackstone Cherry tomorrow and a couple of other shows. We go home, do some UK stuff, headline shows, and then we come back with 3 days grace. So, yeah, we're on the road pretty constantly. So next time you see us, we would have aged about 30 years. So.
Or at least it feels like it. Well, stay tuned for a lot more from Young Guns. This is Jackie. Thanks to All Access and In the Key of Change.